Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. It is an honor to be presented in this international conference on sustainable agriculture and environment 2022. I'm Hapri Aljani Nansha as a first author from Master Agribusiness Study Program, Faculty of Agriculture, 11 Maret University. This paper title is Regional Analysis of Large Chili Communities in Colca Regency, and this is what my research has been looking at. Introduction. Horticultural communities are divided into several groups, including groups, fruit plants, medical plants, ornamental plants, and vegetable plants. Kolaka Regency is one of the districts which producing minute chili in South Sulawesi. Kolaka Regency has the potential as a center for large chili production. Based on data from BPS South Sulawesi, there are 5 leading areas in the production of large chili, one of which is Kolaka Regency with a production of 1,255 quintal, which is supported by natural conditions. Kolaka Regency has 12 subdistricts and most of the 10 subdistricts can be produced large chili. However, each subdistrict has a different amount of large chili production. Based on data fact, it is necessary to know whether all subdistricts or only a few subdistricts in Kolaka Regency are the basis for large chili production. In addition, it also necessary to analyze the characteristic of distribution of large chili in the Kolaka Regency. The potential for large chili communities in Kolaka is also shown by the high production of large chili compared to other vegetable crops cultivated in Kolaka Regency. Research questions. Is the area in Kolaka Regency a producing best sector of large chili? 2. How is the level of specialization of large chili communities in the Kolaka Regency? 3. How is the distribution of large chili communities in the Kolaka Regency? Research objective 1. To know the production area of large chili in Kolaka Regency, which are included in the best sector area. 2. To know the level of specialization of large chili community in Kolaka Regency. 3. To know the distribution of large chili communities in Kolaka Regency. Material and method. This research was conducted in March until April 2022. The localization of the research was carried out purposefully with the reason that Kolaka Regency was chosen because it is a potential area for large chili communities. Types and data source. The type of data in this research is secondary time series data for 2016 until 2020, which is sourced from the Central Statistic Agency of Kolaka Regency. Data analysis of large base chili communities, determine of large chili communities produced by each subdistrict in Kolaka Regency into large base or non-base chili communities using the localization analysis approach. The criteria if LQ more than 1, the large chili community is a large chili community base. If LQ less than 1, the large chili community is a large non-base chili community. 2. Specialization index analysis. The criteria if the specialization index value close to 0 means that R is no particularly, which means that observed region does not have a distinctive sector that is relatively prominent in its development compared to other regions. If the specialization index value close to 1 meant that R is a peculiarity, which means that observed region has a distinctive sector whose development is relatively prominent compared to other regions. 3. Localization index analysis. Criteria: if the localization index value is close to 1, then the large chili community in Kolaka Regency tends to develop or concentrate in the certain subdistrict and in certain subdistrict. And if the localization index value is close to 0, then the development of large chili in Kolaka Regency tends to have the same level as other regions. Research and discussion. 1. Analysis location question. Based on table 1, there are 6 subdistricts with a average LQ value of more than 1, including the subdistrict of Toari, Iwoimenda, Kolakalatambaga, Wolo, and Pomala. The average LQ value that is more than 1 is because the total production of large chili commodities to the total production of vegetable crops in the Taste subdistrict is greater than total production of large chili commodities to the total production of vegetable crops in Kolaka Regency. In addition, this subdistrict, which is classified as a best, is located in the lowlands and has fertile soil so that it is suitable for planting large chili and has relatively consistent production. The subdistrict, which is a non-basis area in the Kolaka Regency, is due to the lack of production in the area due to unfavorable natural conditions for the growth of large chili, so that its growth is not good for production and can cause crop failure both from pest and viruses. 2. Specialization index. In table 2, it can be seen that in the 2016 until 2020 period, large chili in all subdistrict and Kolaka Regency do not have specialization. This is indicated by the value of the specialization coefficient of the each subdistrict in Kolaka Regency, which saw as a value less than 1. In this model, it is explained that if the sector specialization coefficient in a region is worth 1, and region has specialization in the sector, and if the specialization coefficient in the sector is 0, then the region does not have a specialist sector. 3. Localization index analysis. Based on table 3, it can be seen that the localization index value of the best subdistrict each year so that large chili are not concentrated in one subdistrict, but is spread of several subdistricts. This is because large chili can be planted anywhere. The non-concentration of the production of the community in certain subdistricts certainly completes the development of superior communities in each subdistrict. 4. Combined LQ analysis, specialization index, and localization index. Based on table 4, there are 6 subdistricts based on large chili communities in Kolaka Regency. There are Tuari subdistrict with an LQ value of 3.05, Iwoimenda subdistrict with an LQ value of 1.84, Kolaka subdistrict with an LQ value of 1.78, Latambaga subdistrict with an LQ value of 1.73, Wolo subdistrict with an LQ value of 1.69, and Pomala subdistrict with an LQ value of 1.37. It means that the 6 subdistricts can meet the needs of large chili in their region and can export to other regions, to other area. Then the result of the analysis of the specialization index in 12 subdistricts do not specialize or there are no regions. There is a potential to develop chili communities in Kolaka Regency by there is one subdistrict, namely Baula subdistrict, whose localization value is close to 1 with a localization value of 0.966, which means that large chili community stands to develop compared to other regions. Conclusion: based on the localization index analysis in Kolaka Regency, there are 6 subdistricts can meet the needs of large chili in their area and can export to other areas. The distribution of large chili communities in Kolaka Regency does not specialize or concentrate in a particular area because all coefficient value area less than 1 and Baula subdistrict has more prominent development compared to other regions in Kolaka Regency where the localization value is close to 1, namely 0.966. It means that large chili communities tend to develop compared to other regions. The localization of development areas will cause economic activity in area to be more concentrated and easier in policy planning. That's all my presentation. Thank you very much for your good attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.